Now, the former president and flag-bearer of the opposition NDC, John Mahama, in a live video Monday, interacted with Ghanaians, answering questions from followers and a few guests present. Mr. Mahama touched on many issues, but let's listen to his take on free SHS and the controversial communication service tax.
A review is to improve. Even the president, with the current implementation of free SHS, at a point in time, you need to review a policy and see if you are meeting the targets or not. And I believe that he can see that he's not meeting its targets. I mean, the congestion in the schools. I mean, recently a school went on demonstration because they say they can't take the congestion anymore. The reduction in contact.
Where was this?
Well, you are in the media. I'm sure if you Google, you'll find there's a school that demonstrated because they said they were over congested and they couldn't take it anymore. I mean, the contact hours with teachers has gone down. I'm sure you've seen some of the media posts. There was a parent who said his child was moved from green to gold. They went to school. The first week was sports week. The second week was something. They started learning in about the third week. And after two... Oh, you did? And by the fourth week, they said they should go back home. Yeah. And they should come back in March or February or something. I mean, yeah, how are you going to expect a child like this with such few contact hours to be able to make it? And then aside from that, instead of improving the system, you go and buy past questions and distribute to children. This is the first government I've seen go buy past questions and distribute to children. And so when I say review, I mean to improve. And the first thing we'll do is to abolish the double track. We will fast track the completion of those schools, and we will spread out the children to some of the schools that are completed. There are a lot of projects that we started under the Secondary Educational Improvement Program. It's a World Bank project. And we're building additional dormitories and others. Those projects have all slowed. And so we'll fast track all those projects so that we can create more space in the schools for the children. First two initiatives, I will abolish the 50% increase in communication services tax. It's a nuisance tax. Ghanaians are complaining about it. We need to encourage Ghanaians to be part of the digital economy, and therefore overtaxing use of data and telecommunications is not the way to go. So that's the first one. The second one, I will drastically reduce the size of government. We don't need 125 ministers. I'll work with far less ministers. I already told the president that he should sack 40 of his ministers and close their ministries. I mean, you don't need a senior minister. You don't need a minister for business development. You don't need a minister for monetary and evaluation. You don't need a minister for procurement when there are so many procurement infractions. So drastically reduce the size of government and reduce the size of ministers, reduce the size of ministries, and also reduce the expenditure that Ghanaians spend on the office of the president. And so those are the immediate things that I will do.